incredible man,
Mm.
witty, wickedly witty, humorous, and
Mm.
but caring.
Wow. Wow.
To the family, Yanko said,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yanko said. Because
Condolences.
over the weekend, I got I chanced upon a 3-year-old interview between Reverend Stephen Fortick of Elevation Church and
Mm.
Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Uh-huh.
It was part of the promotional efforts for Bishop Jakes' book, Saul. It is a long but interesting and stimulating interview filled with spiritual gems and insightful lessons for life and leadership. Now, about an hour into the interview, and the full interview is about 1 hour 45 minutes. Bishop Jakes narrates an experience that I could relate to completely because I have encountered it many times in my own life and in the lives of hundreds of people I have interacted with, including the experiences of many of my adopted children. Bishop Jakes was reflecting on the cost of being famous. He said, when you first become famous, people attack you first before figuring out who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds familiar?
Oh God, yes.
And he made reference to the first time he was attacked in the press,
Mm.
and it was in the Washington Post. He said it was vicious and devastating. He said the venom of the attack knocked the wind out of his sails and brought him to the point of despair and despondency and made him decide to quit. I'm sure that many people who set out to do the right thing and to serve society to the best of their ability have found themselves at that point where you cannot understand why people are attacking you for doing good, and the only thing you can think of is to quit. You know, when you are young and growing up, you are taught to do what is right and what is good. You are told that if you did what was right and good, you would be okay and you will not get into trouble. What they do not teach you is that sometimes, if you did what is good and right, you can be attacked viciously for that. Nobody teaches us that. And so the first time you are attacked for doing what is right and what is good, you have no defense to that. It knocks you out and makes you look for a place to hide and give up. That is when you say to yourself, why do I bother? Why do I do this? I don't need this. I quit. And that is the point Bishop Jakes said he got to. He said he was in a pastor's conference at the time and was dreading going back to his hotel room because he knew that when he was alone, he would just surrender to the pain and the despondency. And so he was hanging around with the pastors for as long as he could after the event. Then he was told that a lady was looking for him. He said he was not ready to meet anyone one-on-one in that condition. And so he delayed going out to meet the lady, hoping that she would go away. But when he finally came down, the lady was still waiting for him. The lady said to him, Bishop Jakes, I have been in hospital. She said, I was pregnant in my fallopian tubes and the baby died. And so I was carrying around a dead baby in my tubes. And the toxics from the baby almost killed me. She said, the only thing that kept me alive was hearing you preach. If you had not been given those messages, I would have died. Then the lady looked him in the face and said, Bishop, it is for us, not for them. It is for us. Bishop J said the woman's words hit him so hard, he got into his car and cried all the way back to his room. The woman had reminded him why he was doing what he was doing and why he could not afford to quit. I know there are many people in Ghana doing the best they could, and yet on a regular basis they find themselves the targets of vicious attacks. And every day, some good person seeking only to do good gives up because the attacks and the criticisms get too much for them to take. And so they give way. And unfortunately, then, evil continues to thrive. There are people, for instance, who are bypassed for promotion in Ghana, not because they are not efficient or capable, but because they insisted on the right things being done and they are being victimized and attacked for doing what is good. And many of them are so discouraged and in such despair that they are giving up. I know good, hard-working, decent people who oppose evil and corruption, who have been transferred to places that are calculated to break their spirits just because they wanted to do what was right. There are people who have lost their jobs because they chose to do what was right and good, and it got in the way of the corrupt and the greedy, and they have been swept away. So, Kojo, this morning I wish I could go to every office in Ghana and say to everyone who has given up doing the right thing, please don't give up. Your good work is not for those who attack you. Your good work is for Mother Ghana and for the many Ghanaians whose interests you are protecting. This morning I wish I could go to every school and every university in Ghana and say to every good teacher who is being attacked and victimized for being a good teacher and say to him, please don't give up. It is for the future of the students and for the future of Ghana that you do what you do, not for those who are attacking you. Oh, I wish I could go to every police station and police unit and to every police officer who feels discouraged this morning and say to him or her, officer, it is for us, not for the greedy and the lawless. It is for us. So please don't give up. And I wish I could go to every hospital and meet every doctor and every nurse doing his or her work with professionalism and sacrificing to provide the best health care possible to patients, and are getting attacked and maligned by some unscrupulous colleagues of theirs who have no intention of living up to the ethics of their profession. And I wish I could say to these good doctors and nurses, it is for us. It is not for them. It is for us who turn up in your consulting rooms defeated and desperate. Please don't give up. Kojo, it is easy to take it when you are attacked and victimized and you know you deserve it. But Kojo, when you are doing the right thing and doing what is good and you are attacked for that, trust me, that is difficult to take. And yet, that is life. And so to all Ghanaians in whatever context who are doing what is good and what is right and are feeling victimized and attacked, this morning, please remember why you chose to do what was right and good in the first place. Remember that it is for us. It is not for them. So please, don't give up.
It is for us, not for them. I needed to hear that today, Uncle Ibu. And I know there are many people who did as well, you know. There's always that moment, you know, when you're on the edge of it, when you are wondering whether...
what have I done?
Yeah.
My Honda.
Some will.
My Honda.
But it's for us, not for them. I'm so grateful.
No, it's for us. Remember that it is for them. Many of us who are voiceless and who are counting on you. We need you there.
Uncle, but I want to be naughty.
No, you don't want to be naughty. You are naughty.
Oh,
don't change the... No, you are naughty. Don't change reality.
I just have something
All
on
right,
my
so
mind. I'm thinking of doing something. But I kind of need your permission.
Okay.
You remember we talked about a certain new idea. You had the idea, actually, that you and I should do a certain project together. Uncle Ibu, the things we need for it are already you. I think it's left with just you and me.
Is that your naughty?
That's my naughty. I
I'm
feel
so-
like
I'm
I should
so
just...
disappointed.
I should tell everybody that
No,
we have
I'm-
this thing coming.
I'm so disappointed.
Oh. It's not as naughty
No,
as
no,
you
no, no.
thought.
This is what I would expect DJ Obeti to do this morning, because he's not as naughty as you. You know, the award-winning DJ Obeti.
Yes.
But not you. I mean, this is below.
This is below
par.
my naughtiness standard.
Below par, no.
I
So when you are ready to be bold enough to be yourself, let me know.
Uncle Ibu, you are tempting me, you. Food for Thought returns on Thursday with Uncle Ibu White. Stay tuned for that. Right now, though,